Alright, today we got the deadly war in Memphis, Big Scarr versus Trulia Mafia. Alright, here we go.
Big Scarr have been doing major numbers and representing the city on a national level.
Hey, put y'all favorite Big Scarr song in the title in the comment section, bro. Memphis is having a wave right now.
Part of what makes the music so raw is the authentic culture of the city and the real stories that inspire its rappers' bars, including shootouts, car thefts, and murders. Big Scarr is one of Memphis' most promising new talents,
No
and
cap.
he's been making waves in the game ever since he signed to Gucci Mane's 1017 label back in 2020. But like most hot up-and-coming rappers today, behind the scenes, Big Scarr is involved in a deadly gang war that inspires his music. Here's a look at the wild beef between Big Scarr's Double R gang and their rival crew, Trulia Mafia. Big Scarr is from South Memphis. Growing up, the rapper said his block was like any other hood in America, and there was a lot of killing, robbing, dope selling,
Right.
and struggling.
On my side, it's the regular hood, stuff. Killing, robbing, dope selling, struggling.
The rapper is affiliated with the Grape Street Crips, a gang that started in California but eventually spread to Memphis. Memphis is a major hub for gang activity with over 180 active sets in the city, including
Damn.
Bloods, Crips, GDs, Black P Stones, Vice Lords, and a bunch of smaller neighborhood sets. Big Scarr reps the Grape Street Crips as well as his own gang, Double R. The rapper says he jumped off the porch at 15 and dropped out of school in the 10th grade. He was raised mainly by his grandma, who died right around the time he started gangbanging.
Sheesh.
After that, he moved in with his pops, who taught him how to survive in the streets. He told Dirty Glove Bass in an interview that he did almost everything you could do in the streets, so there's nothing left for him to do except take over the rap game. At 16, he was involved in a bad car accident. He tried to speed through a traffic light that was about to turn red. The car coming from the other direction tried to do the same thing, and they both slammed into each other. Big Scarr was sent flying through the windshield of the car and spent the next 4 or 5 days recovering in the hospital. The crash left some scarring on the side of his face, which is how he earned his nickname, Big Scarr. Early on, Big Scarr would be cool with another clique called Trulia Mafia, but like many other large neighborhood gangs, internal tensions and personal beef between members would lead to a split.
Right.
Big Scarr would leave Trulia Mafia to form another crew called Double R, which stands for Rich and Reckless, with some of his partners who were also Grape Street Crips. The other main members of Double R include Baby K, Kato 2X, and Tink. Even though they were once cool, the split ruined the relationship between Double R and Trulia Mafia. But it wasn't until the murder of a Double R affiliate named BG that the beef would turn into an all-out war. BG got into it with one of Trulia Mafia's most respected hitters, C-Mode. C-Mode was the younger brother of Damo Trulia, who was also well respected in the streets. He came up with dudes like J Mula, Zay, and Go Crazy, and together, the crew would run the streets of Memphis. C-Mode and BG hated each other and was saying,
Hold on, before we go any further, how accurate y'all think these videos be, bro? Y'all think it should be cat? Like, it should look like it should like some movie shit. Like, there's no way niggas know this much, bro.
shots back and forth on social media. Both of them were really about that life, so it was only a matter of time before someone got taken out.
Right.
BG would be the one who ended up losing his life, and the word on the streets was that C-Mode, Zay, and Go Crazy were the killers. The cops would later arrest Go Crazy for BG's murder, proving that the rumors were likely true. The cops believe that BG was in a car with 3 of his friends and stopped at a red light when Trulia Mafia got the drop on him and took him out. The shooter also hit the front seat passenger, leaving him critically injured. Go Crazy would later confess to the shooting, but didn't snitch on his homies. He was hit with first-degree murder, 3 counts of attempted murder, aggravated assault, and use of a firearm in the commission of a dangerous felony for admitting to his part in the murder. Even though Go Crazy kept it solid, BG's murder would lead to more problems in the streets.
Sad.
BG was cool with Big Scarr, and Double R would take this murder personally, sparking the war with Trulia Mafia. It wouldn't take long for the gang to seek revenge, and right after BG was killed, Zay would get hit in retaliation. C-Mode was locked up in juvie, fighting a different charge when Zay was killed, and the murder hit him
Locked up in juvie. God damn. Oh, fuck. That nigga did look young as the best, though.
hard. Zay was his right-hand man, and they ran the streets together. With Go Crazy looking at some serious time, and Zay dead, his whole gang was falling apart. So naturally, he began plotting his revenge and got to work as soon as he was released. Around the same time, Double R was recovering from the loss of one of their homies, 23, who was another victim of the Trulia Mafia. 23 was the passenger in the car on the same night BG was killed and was the person who was badly injured but survived. The ops would catch up to him a second time around, shooting up his place at the Cane Creek Apartments, hitting both him and his dad. This time, he wouldn't be so lucky and passed away from his injuries. Then, in January 2020, C-Mode, J Mula, and a dude named CEO Bobby of Ape Gang, a set that's part of Trulia Mafia, would be arrested for a drive-by shooting and charged with multiple felonies. Officers claim that they responded to shots being fired between two vehicles on Shelby Drive around 2:30 p.m. A cop caught up with a blue Challenger that was involved in the shooting and refused to pull over. The car ended up running several red lights before crashing. The three passengers then got out and ran, but were eventually caught. Police also claim that they saw J Mula toss a backpack with weed and a gun in it behind a dumpster, and two other guns were also found inside the car. C-Mode was already facing 2 charges at the time for aggravated robbery and Grand Theft Auto after the dude whose car he stole identified him in the lineup. So, the charges against C-Mode were just stacking up at this point, with the recent incident adding motor vehicle theft and evading arrest. While they were locked up, Trulia Mafia would mourn another death, although this time, it wasn't the ops that would even the score. They would lose one of their homies to suicide. A member of Trulia Mafia named Trulia Murder Brasi would pass away, and it was rumored to be self-inflicted. His death would hit the gang hard, especially because many of his homies were behind bars at the time and couldn't be there to help him. That death would be just another loss that would turn C-Mode's heart cold and force him to direct his rage at Double R. After being released from jail, C-Mode entered the rap game with his track Send a Hit, where he takes several shots at his enemies. This caught the attention of Double R, and after that, C-Mode was their main target. Not long after that, more Trulia Mafia members would lose their lives, with brothers D-Money and J-Money being killed in separate shootings. CEO Jizzle from Double R will reveal what happened to them in the song Rich and Ruthless. On the track, he raps, "If you diss on 23, swear to God it's gonna be RIP. You ain't hear what happened to the last dude, got left on Trigg Street." In this part, he's suggesting that D-Money got smoked for dissing 23 as he was murdered on Trigg Street in Memphis. At the same time, Double R was also gaining some traction in the music industry. Although early on, Baby K was the main rapper in the group, he would eventually convince his homie, Big Scarr, to pick up the mic. Big Scarr was more focused on the streets at the time, but decided to give rap a try. He blew up almost immediately, with his debut single, Make a Play, going viral. The video for the song was picked up by popular Polish YouTuber Tommy Craze, the same guy who discovered Lil Loaded. He does a segment on his YouTube show.
I seen that. He'll review something that don't really got a lot of views.
Use music that doesn't have a lot of plays.
Right.
He came across Make a Play by Big Scarr and gave it a cosign, which led to the track blowing up. This caught the attention of none other than Gucci Mane, and not long after, Big Scarr flew to Atlanta and signed
Gucci Mane been putting on a lot of Memphis. I think he got a girl from Memphis too. That's crazy.
to 1017 record labels. It was a perfect fit because Gucci had already signed Big Scarr's cousin, Pooh Shiesty, another big name from Memphis, and together they would take over the rap game as two of the hottest artists repping 1017. But just as things were heating up for Big Scarr, he would nearly lose his life to the streets. In 2020, the rapper was shot in the hip and had to undergo surgery. Because of the way he moved, the bullet went deeper into his body and hit his lung. He also had to have his appendix taken out and his leg put back into alignment because the bullet traveled up his spine. Luckily, he survived the shooting, but had to be cut open which left another huge scar along his stomach. However, that didn't stop his hustle, and he got right back to the studio after being released from the hospital. He even shot a video for the song So Icy Boys with Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano, where he was bandaged up from the shooting and still recovering from his injury.
I heard of Fujiano, but where you from, bro? I don't mean.
But in rap, you gotta stay competitive, and Big Scarr wasn't about to give the ops the satisfaction of slowing down his bag.
Right.
At this point, Big Scarr had already lost 2 more of his Double R homies, Bun Diesel and Dre Feezy, in a car accident. Even though he was blowing up in the industry, that didn't heal the pain of losing his friends, and it made things even worse when his ops from Trulia Mafia would send disses at his dead friends in their music and on social media. The constant payback and disrespect online made it hard for either side to just walk away and forget, so the war just continued. Around the same time, Jay Moolah was released from jail for the car theft and shooting that got him locked up with C-Mode and CEO Bobby. But being a high-ranking member in Trulia Mafia, Double R was dead set on trying to catch him lacking, and not long after, rumors started to go around that Jay Moolah was robbed and had his gun stolen. Kato2X from Double R posted a photo on social media of a Draco with the caption underneath that read, "Don't never make a song about me. Come get this Drake back in blood. Hashtag stamp that."
Wildin' out.
He also posted a video where he called Jay Moolah a hoe and said he got beat up and had his strap taken. Jay Moolah took to social media and denied the rumors, claiming that he gave away the Draco to one of his little homies because he didn't need it anymore. He also says that he already used the Draco to shoot at Double R, so it doesn't even matter. We don't know which side of the story to believe, but it's clear that the beef was getting more serious as time went on. Then, in May 2020,
It'd be crazy saying this shit, cause like I say every time, like these people be knowing each other before they even.
Double R would catch a lucky break after their main op, C-Mode, got arrested and charged with a long list of felonies that might put him behind bars for a while. Word on the street is that Double R almost caught C-Mode lacking and got him hit 2 times. But being a stone cold killer, C-Mode immediately went for retaliation, even though he was still out on bond from the other shooting. C-Mode would then take to social media and laugh off the assassination attempt while plotting to get payback. But after unsuccessfully shooting his enemies twice, he would be arrested and charged with 1 count of murder and 7 counts of attempted murder.
Dang.
The murder charge was not related to the most recent shooting, but for the murder of BG. New evidence must have surfaced, and the police were finally able to connect him to the hit. The cops also claim that C-Mode attempted to shoot up the same house twice, trying to
19-year-old accused of shooting at the same charged with 7 counts of attempted murder. God dang, what the fuck?
get Double R. He opened fire on a home in the 5600 block of Myers Road where 5 people were inside. No one was hit the first time, so the rapper came back less than a week later and fired at 2 people standing on the front lawn, which makes 7 attempted hits. Police were able to tie this shooting to the death of BG and determined that it was all related to the war between Trulia Mafia and Double R. The cops were clearly looking to keep C-Mode off the streets so no one else loses their life.
Right.
But with so many bodies already dropped, it may be tough for either side to put the guns down and forget about it all. Big Scarr released his debut project, Big Grim Reaper, in April 2021, which featured guest appearances from Gucci Mane, Pooh Shiesty, and Baby K. Hopefully, with their main op C-Mode behind bars, the beef will chill out long enough for Big Scarr to blow up in the industry and force him to leave the streets alone. But all it takes is one more diss or another body dropped to further spark the war and put everyone's lives and freedom at risk once again. If you thought this video was crazy, be sure to check out our channel.
Yeah, let me know what y'all think. Let me know songs from all the other people too in this video, man. Let me know y'all favorite songs. But that's it, man. The war in Memphis. I'm out.